Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is James from South Texas RC and BRB Racing and the Let's Get Lit series. So this one here is going to be the X-Max. And of course, I'm going to show you all exactly what I have planned on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some strobes on the front bumper. I got this kit from just your normal everyday part store. This one I picked up from AutoZone. There's strobing lights. You can almost make them go completely solid by going to the fast setting. Now, of course, I already played with the setup like this once and there was a defect with the box. So starting all over again from ground zero. What I'm going to do is these are going to go into the front bumper. And they're going to V like this. I've already drilled the holes in the front plastic bumper. And I'm going to punch out these little pieces here to take this end off. And then I'm going to drill the hole a little bit larger, put the screw in, so they will both be sitting V'd inside the bumper. Also, I have put a light in the rear, which is another LED light. Don't go regular light bulbs, guys, from your parts store. Go LEDs. No regular light bulbs. LEDs. So this box is basically going to sit on the back of the truck. I'm going to leave the wiring, the factory wiring that came with it, just bound up, drop it down here in the cradle, and just wire it into the system. Now, a way to do this, you go to your local hobby store, get yourself a 3S balance plug for a power accessory, just like this one here. It's got negative off to your left, positive off to the right. Plugs directly into a 3S pack. Also, I've got this Velcro tab that's going to be here to help just kind of tuck your wire out of the way when you're not using it. It'll wire this in. Now, of course, be very careful when you wire it. Look at your orientation of the parts you're getting and what's going to be positive and negative. So in this case here, I know that the wire that's labeled white and black is going to be the positive and the solid black is going to be the negative lead. I'm going to hook these together, heat shrink them. Basically there, run all my lights, drill and punch. So as I'm going to go through, for time's sake of the video, I'll do different pauses throughout and not draw it out forever. So that's what I'm going to do next is I'm going to hook this up here and I'll show you where we're at here in just a moment. This is going to be the lamp that I picked. I was actually said it was a trailer lamp. So that's going to be the LED rear light for the vehicle. And I just zip tied it on right here, and it's nice and firm. And then the wires, of course, will run through the chassis here up to where the power box is going to be sitting. Everybody asks me, well, why aren't you using Traxxas X-Max lights? Well, problem with that is I don't have a Traxxas setup. So with their lights, they have to plug into their speed control. Now, of course, if you want to hack, I think it's like 99 bucks. If you want to hack all their wires up and then run a direct lead where they're on, by all means. But this setup here was, I want to say 24 bucks, $2 for this guy. This one was like $5 for this guy. So you do the hard math, that's like 30, with tax, 35 bucks to build yourself a really cool light system for this. So I'm going to go ahead and get underway of getting this hooked up. And once again, like I said, make sure you do your wire orientation correct. So on this one here, I snipped off the battery pack and the button. I'm going to leave the whole thing like this, and like I said, tuck it in there because it does come with a fusible link. So I do find some value in that, of not wanting to hack everything completely off. So on here, we've got black, white. That's going to be our positive. I'm going to take some heat shrink tube, cut off a little piece of it like this. I'm going to make 2 of those. Just slide them over. Get them preloaded and ready. Okay. And then we're going to find black, white. Twist these together, and we get a nice firm twist all the way around. Just lay that down, take our heat sink, scoot it up and over, center it up. Use a lighter, be quicker. Use a heat gun also, but if you use a lighter and don't hold it too long in one spot, you won't barbecue your wire. There we go. That one's done. Same thing for this side. A nice firm twist. Scoop that out. Center it up. Okay. Let me track down that battery pack real quick. Plug it in. Bingo, we have lights. So like I was saying, I can go fast, change the mode. Let's see what they look like in slow sync. So there's one mode, pulse. I'd have to say that one mode where it's kind of like that. Kind of makes it almost solid. And of course on the back is where your wiring will hook up. Now I want to say on this one I found that, strangely enough, black was the power and white was the ground. But we can test that, verify it, because we did get some 9-volt batteries in here for their display to make this work. So let's see here. There's positive and negative. Might be wrong. I might have looked at it wrong. No, it is the other way around. No, it was. I was right the first time. Yeah, so in this orientation, the wire, that's what I said, be careful what you guys do. Sometimes people label wiring for manufacturers weird. It used to be a lighter color, or red would be classified as your hot, and your black would always be a ground. But in this case, black is going to be the positive, and white is going to be the negative. So there's the rear light of the vehicle. So white is negative, and that's going to hook up to the back of this box. And then I'll, of course, plumb these, unwrap these, and I'll zip tie them and plumb them along the chassis from the front and knock these guys out real quick. So, like I said, for time's sake, that's what I'm going to do. I will be right back. Okay, so I've already removed that little tab piece with a little stick on, and I've drilled the holes bigger after taking those pieces out. Put the screws in, and it's ready for the mounting. Of course, we'll cut and trim the wire. And then on the front bumper is where I already pre-drilled the holes, and the lights will sit inside of here. So I'm going to lay these lights in, screw them down, and we'll go to the next step. Now I've got both of them screwed in place, tucked nice and neat down inside the front bumper. Next step will be to run the wires along the chassis. Alright, so like I said, just plumb all the wires, tuck them up nice and neat with the zip ties, ran it through the bulkhead, secured it, ran it along, and of course stuck my wiring harness down in here. The only thing I'm lacking is my double-sided, not double-sided, but Velcro to put on here. I'm going to mount the box right here, and we'll go ahead and power it on. Change the mode setting on it so it can go slow or fast. So let's just put it, let's see, halfway. Look at the different modes. I think the one that is kind of like almost a solid if I crank it up, it'll almost be like a constant running light. Alright, now that I've got the body shells on, blacked everything out, this will be the finished product of both of the trucks. So you guys, there you go. That's what it's going to be. I don't know if I want to mess with this guy next or this guy next. But that's the Let's Get Lit series. So I'm going to do some night runs, so look for the next video on some night runs actually showing, displaying the lights. So if you guys like what you see, go ahead, like and subscribe, guys. Until next time, I'm out.